did the principles of geopolitics that are currently being followed, were these principles the same in the era of Ramayana and Mahabharata? Or was it different in the principle of Satyamev Jayate led to our colonization? The principles of geopolitics are eternal. The principles of geopolitics are the principles of human nature. Okay, human nature, by nature we are a rather aggressive and violent species. We humans, we are an aggressive and violent species. That's our actual nature. We desire power, we desire resources, we desire control over territory, control over resources, control over other human beings, control over large empires. And we often desire what the neighbor has or what others have. And that is the story of human history. The story of human history is a story of warfare and conflict. All major change, all major geopolitical change has happened throughout history through violence, through violent means. Look at the borders of nations, kingdoms, empires. They've always been changing from time to time. They change through violence, through warfare. So these are eternal principles, very fundamental principles. They the root, the source of these principles is human nature itself. Human nature, human psychology. That never changes. So the principles of geopolitics have always been the same. And you will see the same things at play in the Mahabharata, the same human nature at play. You have examples of deceit, of treachery, of jealousy, of cruelty, and so much more. All of that, the things that you saw in the Mahabharata, you will see the same thing happening today. So the principles of geopolitics are unchanging. They are the principles of human nature and other principles as well. For example, one of the principles of geopolitics is that all human activity requires energy. All human activity. If you want to build a wall in the Stone Age, you would need muscle power, which again needs energy, food, large quantities of food, high calorie diet for your workers to do all the manual labor to build a wall. Or if you want to go and fight another tribe in the Stone Age, you still needed muscle power, which needs high calories and energy. Then later you would use horsepower and elephant power and bull power and whatnot. Later you would use petrol and diesel and then nuclear power. So it all human activity of any kind requires the expenditure of energy. And the side that is able to, if there's a conflict between two sides, the side that has access to more energy and is able to deploy more energy more efficiently is the side that's going to win. It could be energy deployed in the form of chemical energy, as in explosives, right? I mean, your explosives in warfare are exothermic reactions, chemical reactions. Of course, nuclear war, we never want to see it happen, but that's nuclear energy. So when you have a missile that goes and explodes somewhere, the explosion is an exothermic chemical reaction. When you have a bullet that's been fired, there's an explosion that happens in the chamber of the gun. That's again a chemical reaction. So the precise application of energy is what warfare is. So these principles have always been the same. So overall, the answer is the principles of geopolitics are unchanging, eternal. The technologies change, the means of applying the principles change, but the principles themselves don't change. All right.